Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of creations, In fact, I'm not sure if I could try to look at all of these in a reasonable time. And there's some more that I've got on backlist as well. So a lot of really cool things to see. So all but one of the creations are in Reforged Eden 2, and the last creation will be in Vanilla. So the first creation today is the F35 Lightning RE2 by Fuji. And look at this son of a gun. This is some really nice modeling work on it, I gotta say. So this is definitely modeled after a real aircraft. And just kind of taking a look at how this thing is set up and how sleek it is with its with the block work. And that had been a challenge too, because the voxel blocks don't exactly play nice for doing a lot of really tight and smooth aerodynamic shaping, but the author really pulled it off here. Just taking a look at the general layout of this, and it looks like, oh yeah, we got a door going up into the cockpit there. Oh, we do have an interior area. I didn't even realize I had an interior area until just now. So I was just assuming it didn't, actually, because it didn't look like it would have a lot of room for an interior, but it's in there. Cool looking a thruster as well, or should I say jet engine. Yeah, this is really nice. I mean, just the way all the little aesthetics and things are on here. Yeah, really slick looking build, especially modeling it after something too that's very hard to do with voxel blocks in this game. Hold on, I think my light is fading away. It is. There we go. Yeah, very cool looking design. I definitely like that. The cockpit looks really nice too. I'm noticing this extra piece of actual like armored glass in the front, right in this area here, which that's a nice touch as well. You can see the pilot seat right behind there. Obviously, the interior is going to be a little different because the actual real aircraft does not have an interior, but yeah, very cool. So gun-wise and things, it looks like it has some Gatling guns on it, and I just want to make sure I get this right. Rocket launchers, light variant of the rocket launchers on there. Yeah, top-down view. That looks really good too. Just getting the wing shapes correct and everything like that. Again, quite a challenge with the voxel blocks and the limited number of angles that you have to work with. But yeah, this looks really good. This whole section here too, the way it goes up around the cockpit. Yeah, that's cool. Some neat block ideas here using these some of these transition blocks to create a flat edge there, which was also painted a different color, and it kind of goes around the whole edge of the aircraft. And we got some blinky lights too. Definitely got some blinky lights going on here right now. So, all right, let's get inside here a second. I don't know if I should modify the lights or not. Why not? Just go to a little darker scenario. See what this would probably look like most of the time in gameplay or in space. So inside, oh yeah, we've got a warp drive. We've got our generators behind this door over here. Amp and taxi tank, shield. So a lot of stuff in here. It looks like a little gravity generator as well. And got some CPU core blocks here. Our main core, you can kind of see a thruster on the outside. It's protected on the inside here with some more armored glass. And then we got an access area to get in and look at the superior CPU core right there. Trauma station, O2, constructor, armor locker. Yeah, you got to have all this in there too. Fridge and food processor. Clone chamber. I don't know why I walk in it like expecting it to turn on. That's not how they work. But thought I would try anyway. And then yeah, fuel and looks like an ammo controller in the back over here. Or actually, this is O2. Yeah, fuel tank there. Yeah, 2 oxygen tanks, 1 fuel tank. Yeah, passenger seat and your ventilator is right over there. All asymmetrically done in here. This has got to have been a challenge to fit all this inside too. Again, I didn't expect it to have an interior. Just basically looking at the overall size of the and how thin it was. But yeah, some of these are thin blocks, so yeah, I guess it's definitely possible and was done. Just a quick look at the bottom side here. So just pretty smooth. Got some color differences in there. It's kind of a neat looking pattern there with the angled grayed out area there. Yeah, very nice build here. Let's look at some specs. So unlock level 25, size class 2, 99 forward, 33 strafing, 63 lift, 33 reverse, 71 down. A lot of fuel tanks in here. 11 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. We got the 2 rocket launchers. We got an advanced detector and 4 Gatling guns. 1 hour and 55-minute build time. Looks like it's using 1 quantum processor. I'm not exactly sure what that is for. I don't believe this is going to be a super high CPU. So it looks like the CPU is balanced at 22,044 out of 22,750. Translates to a Core 8. So yeah, Reforged Eden 2 Core 8 build setup. Yeah, there's no variance on warp drives for SV, so it's going to be the standard jump drive. And let's take a look at its storage here. So we got an ammo controller, pretty big ammo controller, 32K for ammo. And then beyond that, we got a couple boxes just for putting your random stuff in. Yeah, very cool. Awesome looking build here. Gotta say, just again, the shaping and everything is, I don't know if you could really try to model this any better than what's done here. So very nice crease again. This is the F35 Lightning RE2 by Fuji. Very cool build there. You know, one last thing, I just wanted to check out the P menu options. It does have an option for indicator lights, and the stock shield strength is 5301 on it. Alright, so let's see, what do we got next here? We've got, we're going to go look at this this gigantic, crazy build here. Let me get this turned on. So this is the Annihilator by Raccoona. And quite the nasty looking creation here for blowing everything up. It kind of looks Creel. But it's not necessarily Creel. It's just kind of, you know, purple, but it's a different color scheme to it. And I think, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think this is probably more meant to be like a in-game AI-controlled ship, but I'm not 100% sure on that one right now. It looks expensive, though. It's got a lot of guns, and a lot of thrusters, and a lot of crazy action going on. Really cool block work. Interesting patterns going on throughout all these side things of the 4 different arms. Then you got a main central, I don't know, almost like a squid-like type of setup here or something like that. Just very unique. Yeah, and each one of these limb extensions here are pretty brutal. They're all set up to blow everything up. And thrusters are mounted in there as well. And there's 4 of these. Each one of these limbs here could be a pretty good sized ship all on its own. And yeah, the amount of firepower on here is pretty insane, I gotta say. And then on the central section of the creation, we got a lot of launchers going on in here too, of various types. We'll check out, see what it all has on it. I can just say a lot. I think we even got some artillery turrets in here too. Probably 4 of those. I wouldn't doubt if each one has one on the inner portion of the extension arms, or should I say cannons. Just giant thruster cannons. This is a really cool looking effect on the back here too. You see the all the block work kind of wrapping around there. Kind of creates a interesting looking shadowing effect that goes across here. I don't think these are necessarily different tones of colors here, but it kind of looks like it, the way it's set up there. That's a really unique look there, looking at the bottom side of this. I probably ought to investigate what hull material this is made out of too. Let me just get a sample on that. So I think we're steel there. Might be mostly steel. Oh, no, we got some Xeno right there. Yep. You can tell by the textures on there. So, yeah, it mainly it has a lot to do with how it's set up on the inside, too. could certainly be more armored blocks and things like that going on the interior. But it certainly is a combat origin of a creation here. I do have to find an entry point. I'm sure it probably has a lot of them. I just got to figure out where they are. Definitely has an interior. Let me get around the back, see if I'm missing something over here. Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm missing a big thing over there. Oh, that's a really cool door mechanism. Yeah, it's kind of like doing two different angles and kind of opening up around the around this part. This looks really cool, too. Having these like deco parts behind the glass there with some other parts to accent that as well. Look at that interior. Wow. All right. So I'm going to adjust the lights, and we're going to fly in here and wander around a bit. Let me try to get this all nice and creepy looking. There we go. Well, exotic. I wouldn't say creepy looking. You know, it's supposed to... I like the little blinky flash that we're seeing, too. A lot of xenoblocks on the interior. You can see, again, by the texturing on some of the blocks, what's going on here. So, man, as soon as you get in, you got a pretty good-sized hangar in the back. A lot of craziness. Oh, there's the main core. Below this glass floor section here. Cool looking textures in the hangar. I like how those doors open too. That's just a unique setup there. Looks like we got a Pentaxi tank mounted up near the ceiling there. Got some crazy alien language over here. Very appropriate. Or I think that is. That's just trippy. That's cool. Okay, so this is actually a big old glass wall, I think, in front of us. Yeah, hardened. Yeah, so kind of sealing off the hangar from the going into the next section of the ship. What we got over here? Oh, we got... Oh, man, this goes a long ways. Okay, let's finish checking out the hangar, and I'll head down there and then come back to the hangar and check out the rest. So we got armor repair, armor locker, and that section. And over here, it looks like O2 med bay. That's an interesting setup. I like using those blocks there and having these angled to kind of fit with those blocks. That's a pretty cool way to go about those parts. I don't think I've seen it done quite that way before. All right, let's head downstairs into the craziness that's going on here. Now look at this. It's everywhere you look. Wow, even look up. Oh, that's some crazy stuff going on there. I'm trying to determine if this is a player ship. Well, it might be configured as a player ship in this state. Well, we'll find out. We'll look at the specs. But it also looks like it could certainly serve as a like a POI type of ship too. Something you don't want to run into necessarily unless you're really got something psycho yourself to match this here. So I think I'm looping back. I don't know where I'm going. There's a ladder on the roof or on the ceiling. That's a trip. Is this meant to land vertically? I wonder if some of these hallways are set up to do that. Didn't really think about it before. There's the actual core that we've seen down from the hangar. Oh, wait, look at this. I don't know how I exactly got here, but we got a grow plot area too. And it looks like we're set up for 36 grow plots in here. It's got half of them actually installed, and the other half look like they're you just put them in when you need them. But yeah, I didn't know if I expected a farm on here. It is a big ship though. It does have room. Wow. There's just so much to look at up there. It's just stuff going on everywhere. And it's quite vertical too. Oh, I slid off the edge. Get up there. Alright. We got a shower right there. Yeah, I think, did we? I think I kind of came down on the other side. So yeah, we've seen that already. Can actually recognize it by that weird light fixture part up there, and then of course the alien language going up there. All right, so we're in the farming section. So I think, I'm not sure, but I think the front part has been walked through here. Yeah, all right, let's go through this door. Okay, getting into the next chamber of the ship here. Now, this is that's quite the artistic design going on there too, with the texture lights and the block formation going all around there. And then we got some craziness going on in between there to accent it. We got some pipes and canisters and all kinds of things in there. Looks like we got some storage controllers up on this mezzanine over here, or catwalk. Oh no! Oh, now I'm down here. There is a down here though. Okay, so now we're above the farm on another corridor. Uh-oh. Yeah, I better jetpack out of here a second. Let's go back here. And yeah, what a trip. What a trip. That looks really cool. You can see a lot more xenoblocks in the build here too. And then right up to the bridge area. So yeah, actually, you know, despite its size, and I probably missed some areas, but it is actually pretty straightforward with its layout. It's not too confusing. But again, I'm assuming I missed some areas because, again, it's a pretty big ship here. Let's follow the exit door. Yeah, cool looking bridge too. Got a couple crew members over there. Vertical, wild looking glass design on the front. Yeah, and again, there are certain elements of this that kind of look like it's made to land vertically. But I'm not sure if that's 100% true yet. I might even have to try that, see how it works out. So it looks like we got another way on the ship here. Yeah. No, not a way on the ship. It goes down to here. So there's some more corridors going along the sides of the other corridors. Oh, wow. Yeah, got Wi-Fi. That's a cool looking Wi-Fi mount point there. Or the way it's set up. Angle door getting into, yeah, we loop back into the main hangar in the back of the ship here. So quite a few corridors that go through here. God, yeah, I think that's all of it. I want to make sure I didn't miss stuff. And again, there's a lot to look at. You definitely want to check this one out. See how it goes. I'm curious on its stats too. And is it possible to land vertically? So let me just look at the shape. I could probably tell you that without actually trying it. No, I don't think it actually is set up to land vertically. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do we got here? What's on the front? See if it landed. It would actually probably sit on these. Again, I don't think it probably is set up for that, but I don't know. It's some of those corridors just look like they were kind of set up to work at a different angle, but it certainly would land vertically on the front legs here. Let me just look one more time to see if we were positioned at a weird angle like that. How would things work out in here? Almost like they could work. Oh man, I should have paid a little bit more attention to the description. I might have an answer right there in front of me. But anyway, very, very cool build here. Let's take a look at some numbers. So, unlock level 25, size class 18, 32 forward, 30 strafing, 41 lift, 32 reverse, 27 down, 41 fuel tanks, 50 oxygen tanks. A lot of guns. A lot of guns. I'm sure this is going to be pretty high in CPU if it's playing the CPU game at all. There's just a lot of weaponry on here. Plus, there's a lot of big thrusters and other parts too. So, one thing I didn't really see much when I was walking through there is shield parts and things. But we'll, let's do that before I forget here. It does have a shield, 46,461 shield strength stock. CPU, I guess we can see that right now too. It looks like it's, yeah, it's going to need some CPU blocks. Or it's just simply not made to operate with CPU. It does have a Core 9 setup in here. Hold on, let me sort that. No, it's got a Core 4 setup in here. So, yeah, I don't think this is necessarily set up for our like RE2 CPU or even vanilla. Yep, use a lot of CPU. Let's take a look at the storage setup here. Oh, very nicely organized and labeled here. So we got plant storage. Looks like it's a box. Processor inputs, a box. food, I'm sure that's a box. This one's probably not, though. And we got a constructor input at 320k, output at 320k, ammo at 320k, a loot box, 320k controller, miscellaneous container, 320. So yeah, we've got a lot of big storage controllers. We've got a harvest box at 320k, and our pentaxid tank, and I think the rest of these are just standard boxes and things like that. A lot of them in here. Oh, except for the super secret hidden crate. Oh, super secret hidden crate. There is a super secret hidden crate on this build. That's interesting. Well, no, I better not. I got a lot of builds to look at. I was gonna turn it on in the device menu and find it, but I'm like, no, let's just keep it secret. Let's keep the super secret crate secret. That's what it's supposed to be, right? Anyway, yeah, very, very cool build here. Again, this is the Annihilator by Raccoona. Just a nasty ship that's going to blow you up if you see it out there. Again, it very well could be used as an AI type of ship too in the game. But at least this version here, it does look like it had everything you'd want for a player, even a farming section, a hangar, and yeah, a whole lot of guns, lots of guns. All right, well anyway, let me power you off a second, and let's go to the next build here. Get you on. Oops. There we are. So next one here, we got the Skiff starter CV by Atris, if I said that correctly. Hopefully I did. I'm not 100% sure on that though, but this is a definitely a starter CV. Really cool looking one. I love this. I like the color design on it with the blue thruster ports and then kind of white and black. The LCD really looks good up here too. That fits well. But yeah, for a starter CV, this is pretty small, but really cool looking. Doesn't look like it's going to break the bank either. Again, it's a starter. Oh, red thrusters on the back. Kind of angled thruster housings. That looks very cool. Looks like, yeah, just get that top profile. It does kind of give me a bit of a Star Trek vibe, but I don't know if that's justified or not. It's just a cool looking ship. Basically, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Star Trek ship, but it does have a little bit of that kind of saucer and the cell set up in the mix. So yeah, that's cool. That is cool. I like the extra, or all the back texture lights are kind of like your reddish orange color, and the front actually doesn't have really much in texture lights, which looks kind of neat and elegant too. We do got a couple spotlights on the side over there. But being a starter too, I'm really curious on how what this has with it. We got a couple sentry guns on the side here too. Let's get a board here a second. Let me adjust the lights. And all right, as soon as we walk in, we've got a lot of utility stuff right here. Shower, armor repair, food processor, O2 fridge, controller. What's on the other side here? Another controller. Got our med bay. Looks like a couple of these fuel tanks, I think. Guess it doesn't really matter, but one's an oxygen tank, one's a fuel tank. And we're up into the bridge over here. A couple passenger seats, actually 4 passenger seats, and then a pilot seat. That's kind of a cool configuration there, having these angled off to the sides there. Cool looking hallway. And it looks like, yeah, that's the interior's just right there. Really pretty small interior. It looks like we got a couple locations to add in some constructors or deconstructors back over here. Yeah, 2x2 areas. Yeah, so really just kind of ready to go. You know, it's I didn't see a whole lot of upgrade options besides adding this stuff here, but you do have some extra room. A little bit over here on the wall. You could probably pop in some CPU blocks or something else. I am curious if it does have warp and shield. We'll look at that in the specs as well. But yeah, very cool looking ship. Again, it looks like it's really watching the CPU budget a lot on here. Does have some drone protection too, with a couple sentry guns and our turret there. Just kind of curious if it has anything on the bottom side here, weapon wise. Do have a really cool glass floor that we kind of seen from the inside. Doesn't look like it. Looks like just the 3 guns there. Alright, well anyway, let's look at some numbers here. Unlock level 12. Size class 1. 48 forward, 24 strafing, 48 lift, 48 reverse, 48 down, 8 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. Got the 2 sentry guns and the 1 retractable Gatling turret. 57 minute and 26 second build time. That's low. That is really low for a starter CV. Granted, it's not a real big starter CV, but yeah, that is to have a starter CV get spawned in entirely within an hour. And obviously you can see the resources that it's taken to. All CVs are going to need some Neo and Cobalt, but seriously, it's about as cheap as you could have one that could fly. CPU wise, it barely uses CPU. It's like it's got it's okay, so it's a Core 1 build. It's using less than 1/4 of that CPU stock, so you can certainly add in your constructors or deconstructors and not even bat an eye about it when you spawn this in, or try to slop on some more guns or something like that. Alright, so it does not have a shield. Let's take a look at the device manager. Being so cheap on the CPU, I can't imagine it would have some of these other things, like I'm not seeing a warp on here either. Let me sort this. Just make sure I'm not even seeing the entry for the warp drive or Pentax tank. So yeah, I don't. This is it's a CV. It's meant to be super inexpensive, and hold on, I'm gonna fly through the hall a little bit back over here. Oh, check that out. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I missed something. I missed it. Oh, this outer compartment's here. I get it now. It is warp capable. You got a place for the Pentax tank and the shield. So that's cool. That is really, really cool. I was getting a little worried that, well, you know, it's really inexpensive and stuff, but it's not going to be like capable on some of these things you might want to start a CV for, such as warping around and being able to actually take a hit or two from miscellaneous things out there with the shield. But no, it is, and that is so cool. That is so cool. I totally missed these entry doors when I was looking around. So yeah, pop in a Pentax tank, a warp, a shield, a couple constructors right off the gates, and I think you're not going to need to upgrade the CPU to do that. You got like 150,000, a little over 150,000 available CPU. You can easily fit in a warp drive and all the parts that you could put in here with that. And then you got pretty much everything you want. You can warp around, you got a shield, you can explore the galaxy in style, but not breaking the bank at all. Not even close to it. So very, very cool build here. Definitely. Let's look at the other stats here. How about storage? So we've got an ammo controller at 56K. Pretty appropriate. That's actually more than it probably needs, but that's cool. I'm cool. Totally cool with that. Got a deconstructor box or controller. I'm not sure which one that is. 16K. It could be either. Got a harvest bay on here. 222K storage. And we got our main at 223K. And then, okay, repair bay there. So, yeah, this is really set up well. Super, super inexpensive. One of the cheapest starter CVs I've seen. Especially kind of hitting all the check marks for, you know, getting around the galaxy. Able to have a shield, warp drive, some drone defense, utility functions, some production, the whole ball of wax. Yeah, very, very cool. God, am I missing something else on here? I don't think so. I think that's it. So again, this is the Skiff starter CV by Atris. Very, very cool build here. Definitely like that. This is a nice candidate to start like a new playthrough with. Something you could, especially if you really wanted to get this brought in and off the starter planet quickly. All right, let me power you off a second, and let's go to the next build here. So this one is just simply called Tank. Well, it's got a lot of numbers there. So this is the Tank A1M2C2 by Wizard. And I thought this was just a really cool looking build. It is a hover vessel, which makes a lot of sense here. And it for tanks that I know of, and there's a lot of tanks out there, and I don't know how they all look, but I actually think this one is kind of based on a like an M1 Abrams type of tank by its color design and overall shaping, and especially the front area section of the turret. Really cool how the author did the treads on here with the different wheels and the blockwork used for that, and the plates around here. You see all the dirt and grime on here too, which is a nice kind of authentic look. Got a little step ladder over here. That's a nice little touch there too. Just stuff like that. A lot of attention to detail. And then even on the turret setup here, so we've got like our top-mounted machine gun, and we've got secondary one here, your main turret in the middle. Oh, check that out. I didn't even notice that. We got a little first-person view down in here, too, right below the turret. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Top side, we got a couple, oh, yeah, look at that. Got a round going into the interior. Looks like the interior is going to be asymmetrical as well. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. This is really nice. There's a lot of detail going on here. Really cool looking turret apparatus, too. And general shaping overall, which really point on. And you got the reverse lights there. We got down in here. This should be the engine area. Yep. And what do we got in there? Get out the tool again. Oh, we got some shield capacitors down in here. Yeah, that turbine type of engine on this. If I got it right, and it's the tank I'm thinking it is. Oh yeah, look at that. Wizard. I said Wizard. Is it Wizard? I don't know. Cool looking LCD kind of embedded in there. Yeah, some antennas. Oh, that's cool. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get aboard here a minute. Get out of God mode here. Let me do the light thing. See how this works out. Oh yeah. Oh no, it says Wizard there. I think I was just seeing like the V cut off, or I don't know, on the side symbol there. I thought it was Wizard. So yeah, in here we got a passenger seat. Oh, that's cool. So we got the driver right there. This like probably weapons guy over here. Oh, we got a switch. Let's hit the switch. That did something. Did that close the top doors? Oh no, it closed something below my feet. Hold on, I gotta get the... Oh. I'm like falling. Hold on. Get the jetpack on there. There we go. I think I gotta crouch to get through here. Okay, that opens up the bottom door. That's what was happening there. So I was kind of falling through the bottom there. Oh, even look at the blockwork, kind of where you got your big turret, kind of. You see like all the supporting blocks to the actual gun up there. That's cool. So inside, I mean, it is pretty cramped, obviously, but it's meant to be. So we've got looks like. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get in the God mode real quick so I can see this a little bit better here. Yeah, we got 2 armor lockers. We got our main core right there. Another passenger seat there. O2. Trauma station. And I think that's about it. Another passenger seat on this side. Makes a lot of sense. And what we got back here? Controller, Wi-Fi. So we got some fuel back there as well. We have one of those on the other side. No. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, very, very nice. Very authentic. Yeah, really nice block work on this. Again, a neat looking tank here. Really curious on its specs here too. But yeah, very, very cool. Definitely a good looking tank. Well done with the voxel blocks. So, all right, unlocked level 25, size class 2. Let me make sure I got everything on here. I don't turn everything on. All right, 21 forward, 21 strafing, 34 lift. It is an HV, so I don't know. I want to see if it actually has thrusters down there, or if it's got something else that's making that number appear that way. 21 reverse on here. 12 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks. Got a detector, 2 medium Gatling guns, or Gatling cannons. 1 heavy cannon, which is probably the one on the front there. And, yeah, 2 medium plasma turrets. Wow, where were they? I had them retracted. Oh, there they are. They popped out of the hull there. That's cool. 1 hour and 33-minute build time. Not going to break the bank here. A little bit of this stuff, but yeah, not too much craziness going on here. Pretty straightforward. CPU wise, looks like it's not necessarily set up for CPU. I'll confirm that. Maybe this was a vanilla build and I got it wrong, but I don't think so on some of the guns that were on here. So I think it's just set to a your I want you open. There you go. Just a basic core, or just a core. So core 1, but it does need a little bit more CPU than that. The gun's actually up to probably almost a core 9 level, or a little above that. But I don't think it's necessarily meant for playing with CPU on. Just a guess. I don't know if that's accurate or not, though. So we do have a shield strength at 8824. Switches for turrets, light in the cabin, parking lights, turrets. I'm just turning everything on. Let me just see how the the interior is much brighter now. I had the lights off when I first looked at it, so it is way more visible with that option turned on there. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, very, very cool build here. Storage. Let's look at the last thing here. So we got that. So we got a ammo controller. It's like 125. So it's just the controller itself and no extensions on it. And other than that, just some miscellaneous other stuff. Looks like the rest of these are boxes. So not a lot of ammo storage on it. Probably would need a little bit more to use it in gameplay. I don't know. Again, I don't know if the intent was that, or if you are playing with the CPU and the weights and volumes and stuff off. It's fine because it doesn't really matter. You can get a lot of ammo in that 250 box there if it's not weighing it up. So probably works out just fine for what it was built for. On the headlights on the front there too. Yeah, very, very cool. Again, this is the tank A1M2C2 by Wizard. Very nice looking build. Really, really nailed it with the aesthetics and things like that. Just looks really, really cool. All right, so next build, where are we going now? We're going to look at this guy right back over here. Now, the official name I got from the Steam Workshop post on this one is, oh, this is already on, is Hot Faucet RE2 Lava Lake Extractor Base by Keo. So the actual name, though, when I spawned it, and it kind of screwed me up a little bit, it takes off the hot faucet part and just kind of goes with the RE2 Lava Lake Base is the name if you sub this and want to spawn it in. Look for that and not hot faucet for your search. But this is a big industrial water extractor. Now, I don't have it exactly placed perfectly in the water or anything like that, but or lava. I don't know. Maybe you can extract lava too, but you can see that this has excuse me, using some different technologies here with industrial water extractors on it. So this would basically be like a production factory to probably make a lot of fuel, quite frankly, and use the water for fuel, but also it's doing geothermal. Pretty interesting design here. I wish I could explain what's happening here better, because I mean this part here is really cool. It looks like these would be intakes, you know, for water or lava, especially for lava for the geothermal. But obviously these are just pipe blocks, and they don't actually do that. But looks like they would. Yeah, and this thing is running a lot of these big industrial water extractors on it too. I think 8. And then, yeah, a lot of the... oh, we got advanced plasma turbines up top here too. Holy smokes. This thing, yeah, this thing's going to create a lot of power with geothermal and all these big plasma turbines on it. So it might be completely self-sufficient. You park it down there, don't need to give it fuel, just come by every now and then and grab what it's making, which is kind of like an automated factory type of thing. Really, really cool looking design here. Kind of flying around here a little bit. Very industrial. Obviously, we got a central kind of interior space. We'll have to check that out in a second here. Other than that, it's pretty much all about industrial business here. We got a ladder right there too. Let's go inside here a minute. Try to get out of God mode and do the light thing again. A little bit. So yeah, teleporter. This makes a lot of sense to have a teleporter in here. That's probably how you would kind of warp in, grab the stuff, and leave. That's a really cool setup on the glass there. Even got the like a texture light in there. This was on. Yes, this is on. Doesn't have any fuel in it. Let me put some in. Oh, so I guess, well, obviously it's not parked over a lava lake or anything like that. So looks like it was off actually. It ran out of fuel. Probably didn't put any fuel in it when I started it, and those things are probably not operating at this moment in time. Even though I would figure 4 plasma turbines would have covered it pretty good, but maybe not. So, alright, so then we got a ladder here. Let's go up this way. This just gets us out to the top. Alright. So yeah, just exactly what you'd want on the interior space. Just a place to warp in, collect what it's producing, and warp out. Yeah, offline right now. I do believe you'd have to place this in an appropriate location for it to function properly. But it's I'm not sure if that would be lava or water, because it kind of does both. So that is cool though. That is cool. I'm really curious. I got to learn more about how this all works. I know it's been kind of briefly explained to me before, but until I like build something like this and mess with it and test it in game, I still kind of forget exactly how it all works. But I think it's pretty straightforward. Overall, you got to put in these and your main parts. There's not like internal wiring or anything you got to connect. That'd be a thing. You could have to go for space engineers for something like that. But very, very cool looking build. Looks really nice too. It's just the way all this stuff is decorated. I know we're just looking at a lot of big parts here too, but just all the block work supporting all the parts and putting the entire creation together. And yeah, with that central area over there to warp in and out of to grab its product. And it's probably going to be fuel, but I'm taking a wild guess there. Or water-based products, I would say, which is probably going to be fuel in Empyrion. Again, very, very cool build here. Let's look at some numbers. See what else is going on here. So, unlock level 20, size class 2. Got 1 fuel tank, 1 oxygen tank, 4 light Gatling turrets, so you got some drone defense on here. Pretty, I'm surprised at its build cost at 100 or 1 hour and 15 minute build time. It's pretty big for that. I just expected it to be more than what it is, cost-wise and things, but it's actually quite inexpensive. I mean, obviously you're going to need the parts with the specialized parts on here, being the geothermal items and your water extractors. But yeah, other than that, it is a quite an inexpensive build, which is pretty shocking because it's not small. So yeah, that's very very cool build here. This could be a very nice valuable asset to a faction or something playing on a server, or even a single player that just likes to have a lot of fuel and stuff around. That could work too. Let's take a look, see if it's got some storage. I'm sure it does have some storage. So we got ammo box, makes sense. 14K on that, and 80K for another storage controller on here, probably to you know, all the fuel or what the stuff that's getting made gets put in there. I'm guessing. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I very well could be wrong. I'm just taking wild stabbing guesses at how this all works, but it is really really cool build here. So again, this is the Hot Faucet RE2 Lava Lake Extractor base by Keel. But if you sub it, when you're searching your blueprints, look for RE2 Lava Lake Extractor and not Hot Faucet. Otherwise, basically it took me a couple minutes to find it. But I was searching for it after I subbed it. So yeah, again, very, very cool build here. Let me power you off a second. And all right, so what do we got next? We got a lot of stuff to look at. So next one here, I got some things kind of out of order here, so we're kind of shooting all the way over to this build right now. Had some mix-ups here with, I was trying to determine what some of these builds were for, what game version, whether they're vanilla RE1 or RE2. And it was a little bit confusing there on some of these builds here. But this build here is the Tanp 3 by Aotrex, or Ayotreks. And this is a Star Wars based replica ship here, from what I can gather, you know, from the workshop post as well. And obviously it certainly looks like a Star Wars ship. I've seen similar Star Wars ships in various movies and things like that. I think this might be a newer design from some of the newer shows I didn't see, but it's following this like really cool like round cockpit design, and I'm sure a lot of iconic looking stuff on here, and the thruster pack on the back. That's definitely Star Wars going on there. Just the way the whole ship is set up here. Very nice looking ship. A lot of really cool block work. I love the roundy, or the round big block work areas on here. And again, it's, you know, it's being a replica as well. So pretty nice high stance off the ground here. Big front landing gear. I do wish there was a, well, you know, there is one way to kind of hide that. By use of a blast door that could come down there. Oh, and look at the guns up front here. Those aren't real guns, but they look cool. That's neat. Using those little blocks for the actual like turret pieces there. That's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, nice looking color scheme as well. The kind of blue and white general design. And we got another one of those makeshift turrets over here. So CPU wise, I mean, it doesn't look like this was going to be too terribly expensive either. I mean, it's got quite a few thrusters back here, but some of these might not be real as well. I don't know. We will figure out the CPU in just a bit here. It does look like we have some locations for some weapon mounts. That's a cool, well, maybe not there. That's a cool looking formation kind of coming out of the hull there, though. These are all half blocks on the sides, and that's what makes that work. That is very cool. Yeah, just those little things, little accents that can really add a lot of detail to a build. Yeah, take a look at the bridge here one more time. All right, well, let's find a way on board here. Yo, we got a, I didn't even notice that before. Yeah, we got a top-down hangar door there. Let's go in here. Let me adjust the lights. Adjust the lights very well now, did I? right about there. See how this works out. All right. All right. So right in on an elevator, and let's go up to here. So it looks like we just got some open space there, and a lot of color coding here. So this would be your first deck, second deck, and this gets right above the hangar, the top mount hangar door set up here. So we got a storage controller, a lot of open space in here. So it kind of looks like maybe meant to well, I don't know, probably park a build that you bring in from the top over here. But I was looking at the corners thinking, well, you could probably fit a constructor or something there, or a couple of constructors actually. So that it could be an area meant to expand out with some production equipment. Let's go in the back here. So going in the back, it looks like we've got our main generator, warp drive, a lot of pipe action going on in here. It looks like some stuff going to the rear thrusters, like even some like piping going to it. I think I jumped off the edge here. Get back up. And what do we got on this side? Kind of looks like more thruster points. There is a like a catwalk up there. Looks like there's gonna be another deck above here. We can walk around there a little bit more. So let's go back and check that out first. Oh yeah, so yep, our warp drive, a full display up here, so you can get access to it, upgrade it if it's not the, I don't think it is. I think it's a 30 light year version here. Yeah, standard warp drive, okay. And, yeah, kind of, I don't know if there's some parts that were gutted out of here, but there is a lot of extra room for stuff along this area here. Could be shield parts, additional generators. Heck, some of this area here, you could probably fit a small fusion reactor as well. Yeah, pretty interesting setup there. Yeah, just again a lot of extra room around. Want to get this all upgraded. And where are we going here? So now we're getting into the more living space part of the ship here. So we've got a storage closet, another way in from the outside over on the sides here. Cool looking hallways. A lot of kind of bright white texture lights and things like that. A lot of like block detail going on in here. Another quick way in and out. Looks like a utility room over here with a armor locker O2 and a armor repair. And again, some more spaces. You could probably put in some other equipment, maybe yeah, over here as well. So over here we do have O2, but you could put in all your specialized medical equipment. Maybe it has another med bay somewhere too. I don't know. And we got some room doors over here. Oh, we got a nice looking kitchen over here. Very cool. A lot of tables. And this kind of goes to the other door here. Let's go to the room on the other side. Ah, yeah. See, there we are. We got our all our specialized medical equipment over here and the med bay. So it does actually have a legit medical bay as well. So, and what does this go to? Oh, big old conference table here, mission planning room. Very cool. Yeah, I like that. I like the ceiling with the big, kind of looks like a big fluorescent light in the ceiling there. Another spare room over here. Like some more hallways up around that area. That kind of links to that. I like the door cut out here. Oh wow, look at that. I don't think I've seen that before. Maybe it's round. I haven't really played with the posters and stuff like that, but it almost looks like it's an LCD display, but it's not. I think it's just a poster. That's cool. Yeah, nice little cubby hole workroom over there. And yeah, I think this loops around to the back, and I think we're going to get our way to the bridge up here. But not yet. Oh, I like that. The thing in the floor kind of looks like there is some walkways down in there too. Oh, another one of those over here too. That's interesting. What is below this area? This is where the trash compactor is. into worms. Oh, okay. So we got a full advanced constructor there. Our detector there. We're back to another elevator. Another crew room here. I think we looked at that already. Trying to not miss anything. Oh yeah, look at that little conference table there as well. And then we're finally to the bridge. So we got a couple pilot seats and a couple passenger seats in the bridge. Cool looking aesthetics. Definitely has that Star Wars white clean with a lot of lights design element to it. And cool pathing going through the ship as well. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do before I look at the numbers, I want to figure out a little mystery here. Where is the room with the grates? Oh, I got to go further forward here. So here, yeah, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go into God mode, see what is happening down below. Oh, there is stuff down below. Where did we catch this door at? Here. Where is here? Oh, I didn't see this area yet. Did I? Oh, look at that. Some big old round chambers going along the sides here. No, I missed this this deck. So yeah, a whole nother area down below too. Below the floor. And then it... Oh. Well, I'm in God mode. I'm cheating. So this gets us in... Oh, there's the access. On the inside. That doesn't help you if you're out here. Jeez. Oh, whoops. Alright, so we got access code to get into the CPU and core room here. Looks like is this legit combat steel going on in here? It is. Okay, so pretty protected area here too. Yeah, very, very cool. Nice, nice looking replica going on here. Let's take a look at some numbers. So, unlock level 15, size class 7. I've been saying size class. It's listed as complexity in Reforged 2. It was always called size class throughout the last 8 years of the game, so I just kind of go with that. That's the only reason, though. In case I'm confusing you when I say size class, when it says complexity. 94 forward, 34 strafing, 34 lift, 49 reverse, 34 down, 6 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. 4 sentry guns. It does have a detector. 7 hour and 50-minute build time. There's that poster we've seen on the wall, the Cosmic Sea. And yeah, pretty baseline resources, really. Some Zycosium and whatnot, but not a ton. CPU-wise, now this is, yeah, this one I did have a little bit of a thing. I spawned it in vanilla and it wasn't right, and I spawned it in RE2 and it wasn't right on CPU. I don't think the ship actually stated what it was for, but it is a little over. It would probably need like another CPU block if you're using RE2, or to change it around a little bit, maybe with vanilla. But now why did it say it's a Core 9? Okay, it's a Core 4. Core 4 build right now, so 1 basic, 2 improved. So I gotta assume it's for RE2, because vanilla, you could have the 2 improves, but you wouldn't have the basic in place. So now, anyway, let's check out. It does warp. It does have a standard 30 light year warp drive. We did see that. Stock shield strength on it is 12,027. We do have Sentinelist option. That's probably for the sentry guns, I would assume. Let's take a look at the storage. I got an ammo controller at 8K. A couple other controllers here. Storage controller at 112K and another one at 112K. Other than that, a bunch of sort boxes and whatnot in there. Yeah, again, very, very cool build here. This is the Tanp 3 by Aerothrex. or Trex. Very, very cool build. Nice, nice looking shaping and block work and whole ball of wax there. All right, so next one. What do we got here? We got something that isn't going to be properly displayed really here because I kept it above the ground. This is the Elbara 3 by Jay Drafton. Now, before you look at this and look at like kind of the unfinished walls, understand that this is meant to be put into the ground up into, so the ground level would be like right around this point here. Now, I didn't do that because I would have had to carve out the whole ground so we could see the interior space. But this is going to look like a little bunker from the top. And the interesting thing, and I bet they appear to work just fine. Wasn't sure how it was going to handle the solar panels. There is a lot of solar panels on the bottom side, and they would technically be buried in the ground. Well, guess what? They still work. So I wasn't sure how that was going to actually play out, but they do work. So that's something I honestly didn't know myself. But for the most part, what you're going to see from the top side is going to kind of look like a little bunker piece where you got a entryway coming in either side over here into a nice bunker base there. I got to see what this says over here. Okay, it's just telling you. Basically, it's a repair platform meant to put in a repair bay right there. And it's just basically saying keep a hover vessel about 2 meters above when you're going to repair it or make it repair and not be weird about it or give you weird errors or something like that. And really cool. So we got a lot of texture lights along here that kind of lights up at night. And we've got a lot of big parts in here, basey stuff. I'm seeing a furnace in the wall there. Again, you're not going to see any of these walls if you spawn it in the world correctly. Maybe I should have, but then I would have had to get out the multi-tool and carve out a bunch of terrain, and I guess I didn't really want to do that. But yeah, very, very cool looking exterior here. And yeah, this top area could also obviously used as a repair bay, plus a couple of solar panels embedded in there. Let me fly on the inside here, and here I'll adjust the lights a little bit. No, it's not gonna have too much of an interior space, but I mean, this is kind of to the point, like a game asset with some good game functionality on it. Yeah, it talks about just reading the sign here. Can be upgraded T3. So it looks like this has vanilla support. And it tells you that you might need to make modifications on various versions of the game. RE2 first add extra basic CPU core where the C is. So basically there are some upgrade things to do to it depending on what version of the game you're playing. But on the inside, very much to the point here. We have a controller in the ground here, pretty big one, 327K storage there. This is probably a power button for the repair console and bay. And then we have med bay, O2, and fridge. And we also seen that it has a furnace out there too. So it does have furnace access, so you could probably put in your ore in here and have that do its furnacing. Furnace it all down. Smelt it basically. So yeah, it's that is cool. That is cool. We got some extra boxes around here as well. And it doesn't look like it's going to break the bank at all either in cost. And yeah, that's cool having the that as an option in there too. And yeah, just quite a few more boxes. I'm just kind of walking around here. Again, you're not supposed to see any of this, but you know, just saying. All right. Well, anyway, let's look at some numbers here. So unlock level 15, size class 1. We've got 4 fuel tanks, 1 oxygen tank. 32 minute, 48 second build time. Needs a little bit of aluminum powder. It's probably your rarest thing, and it's not that rare. So yeah, quite an expensive build here. Plus, you know, it does furnace work too, having that part on there. So CPU wise, it's very low. Yeah, really low. So why is it saying CPU tier 1 is how 110,000. I'm confused. This is a base. It should be 200,000 at a minimum. No, this is a base, not a CV. That's why. That's why. Never mind. Talk myself right out of that one. So yeah, that's checking out good. Does not have a shield on it or ammo. Yeah, it doesn't have any guns on it. So yeah, this is just a bunker that you can slop in on a planet pretty inexpensively. Have utility function in your general location and be able to process some ore and things like that. So just a really cool utility creation here. I'm trying to think of this. Let's take a look at its storage. So we do have ammo box, 14K. So if you did want to put guns on it, it's kind of ready for that. I got a controller input at 342, output at 327. I got another box here for fuel and O2 trade goods, and then we got sort boxes, I believe, for different types of ore. Probably the type of ore that the author was actually probably built this for, wherever they might have been in the galaxy at that time. So yeah, a lot of your basic ores in here. The name boxes, building supplies, and then you got your freezer in there, or your fridge, basically. So yeah, very, very cool utility build for gameplay here. Kind of small, inexpensive. There's a lot of nice utility work, and because of its solar setup, it's going to not probably go through a ton of fuel. It'll probably use some, though, I bet. I don't think the solar on here will make it completely operate, especially if you're running that furnace. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Just want to take a look at the device manager real quick here. So this is a Core 2 build, so it does have a basic CPU in it as well. And it's got a lot more solar panels than I thought it did. Well, actually, okay, so there's 11 actual solar panels. There's some small ones in there as well, and the larger ones here. And then you got 2 solar capacitors, or basically your batteries. Ventilator. All right, yeah. No, I might actually operate without needing any extra fuel. Quite frankly, it might be able to do that. It might have enough solar on it. It's kind of weird. I'm not seeing some of the solar panels on the bottom, but the whole bottom of it actually is a big old solar panel. So, yeah, that would explain it. And they work. They work buried in the ground. Just something to know. I didn't know that. I thought they were going to be blocked by blocks and stuff above it for some reason, but no, or ground above it. But it does not appear to be the case. So again, this is the Elbara 3 by J. Drafton. Small bunker utility ore processing base. Very, very cool. All right, so the next one here, let me get my names right here. Let me turn on the HUD real quick. Yeah, this guy. I thought that was it. So this is, we're looking at a pretty big one here again. So this is the Trilobite RE2 XL by Carmelius. And this looks like a, I would say, just by the amount of guns on it, that this is a combat-oriented ship. Doesn't mean that's the only thing it does, but it just definitely looks like it's made to blow some stuff up. That is for sure. A very cool-looking build here. Kind of looking at this front end area here. This cool-looking, like, lower... Maybe this is the main bridge. Oh, yeah, maybe that's the main bridge. Kind of tucked in there a little bit. Yeah, I think that is, actually. That's cool. Did I mention a lot of guns? Yes, it has a lot of guns on it. Wow. Yeah, a lot of stuff here. We actually have a multi-turret here, I think. Yep. I actually got that right. There was at one point, I don't know if it still exists, but there was one of the guns I thought in Reforged Eden 1 or 2 that had that model, but it was actually a gun and not a multi-turret. But I think that's changed. So that's why I keep on looking at it to try to confirm that. But yeah, nice weapon loadout spread here too. You can see that all these guns have a good line of sight, shooting above and or out past the gun placed in front of it with height advantage or something like that. Works out really good, so you can when you're flying around, you can kind of like point right at your the enemy and know that all your guns are gonna probably have a good line of sight on it, which makes it just shoot better and be more powerful that way. Some other builds can do it differently, though. If you tilt your ship and you had them all on one plane, like say there is turrets lined just straight across up here, that does work, but then you kind of want to tilt your ship like the nose down a little bit. Oop, I bumped the mic there. Sorry about that. To pull off the combat operations properly. But if they're set up like this, you don't really have to really think about it. Just kind of fly around and they do their job. I like the kind of orange stripes in here too. Really cool block work there. And the whole thing looks really, really nice. Just to point out too. Nice color scheme going across the top there. It's mostly a white, but we have some grays and some pretty dark grays in there. And the orange accents, blue thrusters. Yeah, actually, decent amount of different like color accents and things going around here. Backside of the ship, that looks really cool again. Cool looking thruster mounts here. I like how this corner is angled out the way it is. It just kind of makes for a really, really cool looking shape. It's kind of doing that on the bottom side here too, where it's angled in. Beyond being just at, you know, like a 45-degree angle, it's doing the other things, which just creates a really unusual but very cool looking shape. I don't know if all these are real back here. I was going to say, these are the big drive thrusters here. And it looks like they're all real. I wasn't sure. There is another part you can use to have the same shape model, but a much lower CPU item that doesn't create much thrust either. That could be used. So even these ones are big. So this is really sporting some pretty big thrusters on here. A lot of guns. So I'm gonna just take a guess right now that this is gonna be above Core 9. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but I don't know how you'd pull it off as being Core 9 though. Too many big thrusters and guns to make it a Core 9. Oh yeah, oh, this is really cool setup with the sensor here and the boarding ramp. Sensor guns coming down. This opens up. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Neat setup here. Well, it looks like we're gonna go aboard. So here, let me adjust the lights. And I probably ought to get on God mode too, eh? Uh-oh. Oh, sorry about all that. I got stuck in a wall. Getting out of God mode. That's what happens. Okay, so we're out of God mode. We're walking up the ramp, finally. There we go. Welcome to the Trilobite. Nice, this is a nice touch, too. It talks about some upgrade options. Refit of the Oh, this is a refit. I didn't realize that. This is a refit of the Trilobite designed by Mac. I didn't know that. And this is a Core 13. Tells us right there. Reforged Eden 2 build. Bunch of upgrade options. So, yeah, okay. So, this is a rework by the original Trilobite designed by MAK. That's just good to know. And I'm glad the author put it right there, too. I missed that. So, I didn't know that right off the gates. Well, anyway, coming into the interior here, nice wide open area right off the gates. This ramp's big enough to bring in some smaller SVs and things like that too, or HVs, probably say. Well, a smaller SV you could get in there too, I think. So over here, it looks like we have a growing section. We got our grow lights right above here. Cool looking fake grow block design in here. It's a nice little option. So you don't need to provide grow plots when you first spawn in a ship to leave them out and put in like placeholders. Like you remove all these blocks and then you put in your actual grow plots or the fancier grow plots or growing things in RE2 and 1. So that works out actually pretty good. Then we got probably a switch here to turn on them grow lights. That's a neat way to do it too. There is an actual part. I gotta find it again. I keep on forgetting where to find the part. There is actual one of these sensor displays that is a switch itself, where you could rather than putting a switch onto it, you could just literally use it itself as a switch. I used it on one of my Star Trek builds, or actually both of them, I think. But the other day I was looking for that switch and I couldn't figure out where I found it at again. So I was going to kind of pull my hair out on that one. So, yeah, cool looking generator setup. Look at the that's a neat looking framing around a generator, a place for another advanced generator. So big generators there too. Armor locker right over in the corner. A lot of fridges, color coordinated. On the other side there too. Our landing area in the center. Another farming section on this side. So we would have what 9 times 3 times 2, 27, 54 grow plots, I think. If I'm getting that right. And here we're going into no, these are cargo extensions. Yeah, okay. I almost briefly I thought I was looking at some CPU core blocks, but no, those are cargo extensions. And this is kind of gets us. How do we? Where are we? Oh, this is tripping me out. You know, we did kind of start at the midship going up that ramp. I just yeah, walking back here, it totally like wigged me out. I didn't think there was a back here. So walking into this room, I'm like, oh man, look at this. So we got another ramp here too on the other side of where we did walk into. Oh, that's cool. And then we got a big blast off section here. It looks like it's got a lot of placeholder stuff in here. Very cool. Medium shield capacitors. Yeah, very nicely set up there with all the LCDs. I definitely like that. Yeah, it's kind of a neat way to go. It's I think it looks generally looks better. It gives you a little bit more accurate positioning and what the actual part is versus using big old decals and initials for things. My own initials screw me up too. I mean, I've brought in some builds and it's just like, oh, put the FB over here, and I'm like, what is that? What was I thinking at the time when I built that like 6 years ago? What did that actually mean? So yeah, this actually says the whole word. Definitely like it better. Well, anyway, we got a shield in here, and we got room for a whole lot of other stuff. A lot of shield parts, it looks like. But literally, this room space is so big, it kind of looks like a little. I don't know if you're going to get a big fusion reactor in here, but you could probably get a smaller one in here if you really wanted to as well. But a lot of additional shield parts. Keep in mind, this is more of a combat-oriented ship, so that would be very useful for it, having a lot of shield parts. We got a way over here. Okay, so we're kind of going around the other side through the main core that we first came in on. And I'm going to go forward before we go up that elevator there. Oh, looks like we're right here. Oh, this is that lower bridge already. Okay. Yeah, the inside's just because you come in not at the back of the ship, it's just a little bit different layout. It's really cool. So yeah, cool looking bridge. Like how the glass is done here too. That slope down in here looks really neat. A couple passenger seats in the bridge area. Turn off my light again, and let's hit this elevator. Okay, so yeah. Oh, maybe this is I don't know. It's got another cockpit right up here with glass too, so you can fly on either one. The bottom one may be a little safer, or actually this bridge is probably for using the multi-turret. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense for salvaging and mining right here. You can literally see the turret from your seat. Obviously, when you go in the turret, you're using the turret, but it's a nice location for it. And oh wow, and here's an unexpected, really fancy room. Look at that. We even got a couple Groots in here. Nice. Overlooking the farm section. I didn't really notice that from down in there, but yeah, nice, luxurious place over here. We got O2 armor locker, a lot of seating, place for offline protection. OP. I actually do remember what that one means. And then here's our CPU core room. So main CPU core, several other cores. Yeah, that looks neat. What do we got in the center here? Looks like potentially the captain's quarters. Potentially, I don't know. It kind of looks like it could be. And then we got another elevator going up that way. Let's go around this way first. Gravity generator over there. And a place for a warp drive. So it does not have a warp drive in here stock, it looks like, but it certainly has a location for one. And then we got a Pentaxi tank right over there. Could be a CPU thing. It probably is a CPU thing, I'm sure, to balance the CPU better. Keep the ship a little cheaper. And up here, it looks like we're going to go up to the pretty good sized landing deck up here, too. Followed by, yeah, repair bay up there. And yeah, you can actually park some pretty good creations in this back section here and repair them, or just move them around along with you. Yeah, very, very cool. Nice layout here. It looks like it's going to be nasty to try to fight this, if you know, for the poor AI again. Lot of guns here to do a lot of damage. All right. Well, anyway, let's take a look at some numbers here. The lights back on. Yeah, very cool looking ship. Interesting design layout on this one too. And again, I do understand it is a remake or a kind of rebuild, tweak, modded version of the ship originally created by MAK or Mac. All right, so stat-wise, unlock level 25, size class 5. 74, 28 strafing, 84 lift, 28 reverse, 28 down. Got 8 fuel tanks, 8 oxygen tanks, whole lot of guns. Yeah, just a lot of guns, some of them get. I was trying to see if they had much in the heavy guns. It looks like more or less a lot of the lighter guns, except for these, the medium dual plasma cannons up in there. 13-hour and 6-minute build time. Doesn't need quite a lot of quantum processors. I am definitely suspecting this will be over Core 9. Well, it did say, even on the sign there, that it was a Core 13. Yep. So, basically, your Core 9 setup plus 4 quantums. It looks like. You still have 4 more cores if you use aux cores to go up to Core 17. And did not have a warp drive in its stock. That's probably to save on some CPU, I bet. So CPU, obviously, yeah, we're looking at that. So it's using 1.1, or it's using that 1.16 million CPU. Stock shield strength is 33,645. Obviously, it had a lot of additional places for shield upgrade parts. Definitely made to beef this up. You probably need to start using auxiliary cores to increase the shielding, and if you want to pop in a warp drive as well. Let's see here. What else? Let's take a look at some storage. Oh, that's really cool. Look at that. Yeah, the spaces between all the letters, that kind of makes it look like a different font almost. That's neat. That's neat. I don't think I've seen that quite done like this yet. So we got some seed and food. I think a lot of these are going to be not fuel. Fuel's a real controller, 325K. Weapons, that could be the ammo box. That's 320K. And we got some ingots, 1, 2, and 3. Well, 1 and 2 are 640s, and 3 is 320. Got another input at 320. Getting into some food. We got some more ammo bays. That kind of makes sense. I was wondering if it. Oh, okay. So this other one here, this is something else. We got 2 ammo bays at 320K. And we got some trade bays, 311K there, 332K there. Devices at 332K. Another ore box. Oh my god. Yeah, it's got a lot of storage on here. Quite a lot of storage on here. Have to add all those up, but I'm guessing around 6 or 8 320K and up bays. Very, very cool. So again, this is the Trilobite RE2 XL by Carmelius. A very, very cool build here. All right, so moving on. Let's see what we got next here. We got the Reaver. The Reaver over here. So this, let me get this powered up. So this, I believe, is another combat-focused ship, or main primary function of it. And this is the Reaver Deuce by ATAK, or ATAK. And yeah, really cool setup here. It definitely looks like it's got that more tried and true kind of combat ship design with the big front nose section and all your better weaponry in the back. I wouldn't doubt if we fly through the hull here, we're going to see some decoys and things like that in there. We'll do that in a second. But one thing that's pretty unique about this build that I'm seeing right here is its color scheme. It's using some kind of like lesser intensity, like gray, red, and like almost like a light blue into the scheme, and it actually looks really cool that way. But I don't know if I've ever seen a ship colored like this before. It looks so just unique, having especially like a red and blue together in the same build, or well, in the same area like that. But it really looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know, really. I don't know. It looks familiar in a way, but I'm not placing it right now. It's just, yeah, pretty unique setup there with the color. Yeah, cool looking ship here, just kind of flying around looking at all the stuff. This is pretty neat how they come into the hangar in the back there. It's got that big section kind of built up over the hangar. Got our main thrusters back there. Quite a lot of sentry guns around the hull. Strafing thrust in the back, so that's set up right for good relatively decent steering. Let's see what the numbers look like on it. Down thrust over there, and again a lot of launchers and turrets, pretty much in the far back center area of the ship here, across the board. And then our bridge right up the top over here, first person bridge. Yeah, very cool. Let's get out the multi-tool a second here. Got some Xeno combat steel along the front, and flying in the hull. It's gonna be a little hard to see some of this, so we do have one of those big industrial spotlights in there. I was looking for decoys, but it's the way it's set up. Yeah, there's a decoy here, decoy turret in there. I'm sure there's quite a few decoys, probably some other parts in here too. But yeah, you can see the author took time to even try to detail this interior decoy area that you will probably never see unless you get the whole front of your ship blown up, which it's kind of designed to do. So you might see it. Decoy generator right there. And it looks like finally we get back into some interior space here. And this is, again, a pretty common setup here. Here's a big decoy ship cannon here too. So basically, the whole point of all this, if you don't know already, is when you're fighting AI ships, they will target something, a weapon, a generator. They can kind of randomly roll what they're going to attack. And then they're going to see all that stuff up over here if you're facing your target. And they're going to start shooting, try to shoot through all these blocks and really strong, tough areas to try to take out those decoys, while all your real guns back over here are blasting the crap out of the AI ship. And that's kind of it's kind of like you're dangling a carrot over here and you're blasting them over here with a big stick, kind of thing. So that's kind of the setup, and it's very effective. It's very effective in Empyrion. If you're doing PvP, it won't be all that effective because every other player would know what you're doing, and they would probably just blow up the bridge and try to kill you outright. But for PvE, going against tough AI bad guys out there, that would be a good way to go about it. All right, here, let me park in here a second, and let me get the lights in here. We'll take a walk through the interior. I apologize. This video is probably getting really long too. I was very scared of that. I knew there were so many creations, but I don't want to like gloss over them really quick, like to be faster. That really sucks for the authors. I do that kind of thing. So yeah, coming into the hangar, we got a warp drive. I think we're looking at I think that's the better one. Is it? Am I getting that right? Yes, advanced warp drive. So 60 light year warp drive in here. Taxi tank right behind there. Yeah, Seen that? That's not the first time I've seen some of those new deco items there with the hologram, which is pretty cool. Just kind of sitting there on this kind of catwalk mezzanine up there. Welcome, Commander. There are LCDs shipped with upgrade instructions. Hold on. The upgrade markers. I'm gonna just turn on some things. Decon. Yeah, we're gonna. It looks like it's got a lot of power management going on in here. A lot of weapon management as well. Multi-tool. And upgrade markers. So, yeah, just so when we walk through here, we know what's up. So as soon as you get in, you got a. Looks like all your medical equipment for a full medical bay. Shower included. And over here, small constructor, storage boxes, armor, locker. We're already into some upgrade areas. Oh, this is interesting. Different way to go about that. A small fusion reactor location here. I don't think it's going to fit, though, if that's there. It's 3x3 on a small fusion reactor, and I'm only seeing like 2 blocks there. Maybe you're meant to get rid of these 2 things, and then you put in the small fusion reactor. Oh, yeah. Move shield charger. Yeah, okay, never mind. Author has thought of that. Alright, so we got small shield parts here. Some extra room back over there as well. Let's go to the other side here, see if it's oh, place deconstructors. Okay, so it's yeah, kind of asymmetrically set up on these side areas. We got our main shield over here, a medium shield part there, advanced charger, another shield upgrade part, more small shield parts, and it looks like a place for yeah, a deconstructor here if rich mining. Interesting. Alright, so let's get this elevator here. So we're going up to the 2nd floor, or the mezzanine in the hangar. Looks like we got some CPU core blocks in the area. We'll look at supports for the seat there. And, oh, we got some walkways over here, too. This looks like it's kind of getting into some... Oh, why did I fall in there? Getting into some... the areas that kind of loop around the ship here. I think we've seen this when we were looking at the nose of the ship, like this front section. There's not much here, so even this area looks like it get kind of blown up pretty good, and ship wouldn't really care much. And going forward in here, it looks like we've got some sealed off medium shield parts. Looks like 4 of them in here, and some more small shield parts. And we got craziness up front here. I don't know what I'm even looking at. I think it's just an effect. So I'm going to God mode and fly in there. Yeah, just an effect. And then we go right up to the bridge here. So yeah, this is a very, very to the point combat role ship here. And blast all the bad guys. Use the decoys, do all the stuff. Yeah. And up at the bridge we have O2, med bay, and an armor locker, and some quick ways in and out of the bridge. It does look like here. Oh, look at all the doors here. Oh yeah, look at that. So you can kind of fly in right over here. This is a really nice feature too. I bring this up quite a bit on these videos, but yeah. It's nice to be able to get into the bridge, take control of your ship as quickly as possible. With a ship like this, you help you blowing up some bad guys, looting their ships. Sometimes you get flanked by some other thing in the area that starts shooting at you when you're doing that. And it's extremely important to get back into your ship and take control of it as fast as you can. And that's why having doors really close to the bridge like that is really helpful in that scenario there. So yeah, very, very cool ship again. Another big, nasty combat ship here. Definitely like it, with a pretty unique color scheme on it too. And it actually looks really good. I like all the colors are fairly toned down with their intensity. And if we look at the palette, you'll see a lot of this kind of thing. And these colors tend to look a lot more realistic than the stock color palette, because the stock color palette's more like it's too bright. A lot of the tones are too bright. They tend to come across as looking a little bit like a toy or something like that. You know, painted like a toy something or other, Tonka truck or something, as opposed to I don't know, do those even exist anymore? Anyway, again, very very cool build. I got to look at some storage on you and some other things though. So let's do that. So we've got a salvage area at 321K. Got a personal box, Sparrow 2. We got ammunition A and B. We got a harvest bay at 320K. And these looks like two 320K ammo bays, which is definitely definitely wanted and needed. You could probably get by with one, but two is better, especially with this many guns. So yeah, again, very very cool build here. This is the I didn't finish it. Let's look at the numbers. Yeah, I keep on thinking how long this video's been going on, and I'm trying to, like, every time I try to speed it up, I make it go slower. Sorry. 51 forward, 25 strafing, 51 lift, 51 reverse, 51 down, 14 fuel tanks, 5 oxygen tanks, a lot of guns. Again, I want to name them all off, but I'm not seeing a lot of the guns on here. I'm not seeing to be like the heavies or even the mediums. And most of them look like they're fairly light right now. Which was making me wonder what the CPU on this is going to be. By seeing the quantum processors listed here, I am guessing this is actually a Core 9. Am I right? I'm right. 840K CPU. We sort this. We have a straight up Core 9. So I can see why a lot of the parts were left off and why it was dialed into this number. Quite frankly, by looking at it, I didn't think it was a Core 9. It looks like it has too much stuff on it to be a Core 9, but it is, in fact, a Core 9 right off the gates. Obviously, you can bring it up quite a bit past there, add a lot of shield parts, fusion reactor, other things. So, yeah, you can go definitely above and beyond Core 9. That's probably why some of these launchers are just the light versions, too, where you could fit in larger ones in these locations. But of course, they cost a whole lot more CPU too. So that's kind of the deal with it. So yeah, well thought out ship here. Again, this is the Reaver Deuce by ATAC. Very very cool build there. All right, one sec. All right, so now we're in vanilla. So we're looking at the last build today, and this is the Nova Prometheus by Cybermech, and yeah, very very cool looking Prometheus shaped ship here. With a whole fleet of supporting ships, little ships going on up in here too. But yeah, check out this. Look at that saucer shape on this. Yeah, again in the Prometheus design, I did see this in one of the shows before. I always keep forgetting. Can't remember if it was like Deep Space Nine or Voyager, but one of them. The ship made a debut in Star Trek series on. And it was a really cool looking build, kind of experimental ship. The original, the Prometheus that I seen, there might be newer renditions of it in other Star Trek shows I haven't seen yet, but kind of going on there. But yeah, the saucer is, you know, it's really hard to do the block work with a saucer like this. But yeah, again, the author did really well trying to get those shapes and angles. Where we don't have the right blocks to do this kind of big sweeping, smooth curves. So this is about the best you can do, but the author really found a way to do that and make it look nice at the same time, which is quite a challenge, and it has to do with the texturing and some of the stuff going on in the corners over here and whatnot to get that big oval shape going here. Looks really, really nice, aesthetically pleasing there. And I already tell we got some Xeno blocks in the build here, and we got our main bridge in this section. Looks like it's pretty big bridge area. A lot of people in there too. Look at that. We got couches and everything up in there. UEF. Let's slide the back here. And then we got our 4 nacelles in here. Really cool looking designs for those too. Yeah, looks like we definitely probably, there's a lot of Xeno in the build. I think a lot of things are going to be protected quite well. And we got our big old blast door. And kind of a, oh, that's interesting way into the hangar. Got like an upper bay and a lower bay, but kind of all in the same hangar. Maybe? No, there's a floor in between those in there. Yeah, interesting too. A lot of the guns are up in here with this support fleet. But on the base ship, there's still some more guns here and there, but I think the bulk of your firepower would be that whole fleet of other ships that are kind of part of this one. It was a pretty cool idea. It does work in game, and this actually kind of protects your main ship because the AI, especially if it's out and about over here, would probably want to shoot at a lot of these things, which are far away from your hull. So your hull would take a lot of damage here, but you still probably would take some damage in the front portion of the ship, and we'll have to see what's going on with that. But this one's actually looking like it's got a pretty good focus on combat as well. I don't know, again, if it's entirely for that or not, but it is considered a UEF battle frigate. So yeah, definitely a combat focus. Again, a lot of ships today have been about blowing stuff up. But yeah, very cool looking design. Like all the stuff looks really, really neat. Like all the texture lights going on in here with the nacelles and the saucer shape, and the blockwork back over here is really cool too. The author was trying to do some. It's really like nearly impossible to texture some of these angles like that, and the author was really trying to work out some kind of like body design lines with some texture lights to try to get something in there. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty unique there. Nice shaping throughout the entire build here. All right. Well, anyway, let's. Well, hold on. I better go along the bottom side here too. There's a lot of ship down here. I went that way. Got a lot of extra weapon mount points. Oh, it just landed on me. That's what happened. It was up in the air and it decided to land on me. Okay, I get it. I would do the same. All right. So there was a door I was just looking at here. I thought. Well, let's get in through the back here. Oh, that does go all the way down. That's a big ramp there. All right. So let me adjust the lights. Yeah, this hangar, this double deck hangar thing is kind of a trip. You know, there's an upper hangar above here too. But they kind of like merge into one hangar towards the back, or the front part of the hangar back over here. If that made any sense at all. So we got a. Oh, that looks kind of cool with the lettering in that texture on the wall there. So repair, and we got our repair bay right there. Our upper deck to the hangar, and it looks like there's like a walk path over there as well. Yeah, it looks really cool. A lot of texture lights on the interior too. Even some interior sentry guns as you get in the intruders coming aboard here. Let's see. I'm gonna try to stay on this floor and look at this, and then go up to some other decks. So this looks really cool. Look at the sorting boxes over here. Pretty interesting. We're seeing like through the glass and part of the outer. No, we're seeing the ship next to us. That's cool. That's cool. A lot of LCD work in here, like labeled boxes. I can't read the language there, but yeah, it looks really, really cool. I like those LCDs too. Weapon locker over here. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, weapon locker, armor repair, a bunch of utility there, O2, and a med bay there. And this is going... Okay, we're going down. Okay, this is a lower ramp to get out. I figured it probably had one of those. I just didn't quite find it yet when I came in. This is B deck. No doors here. Okay, we went up to, I think we went up another level or another deck. Yeah, check out the sort box area here. Got stone, ingots, Oh, that's cool. That looks really sharp, too. This might be played without weights and volumes. I don't know if that's true or not, though. Maybe not. Maybe it does both. But yeah, just you can tell the author put a lot of time and attention to detail into all these LCDs and information all over the place. It's hard to fit those sometimes. And then you got to position them and line them up and make the LCD. It's a lot of work. But yeah, that's cool. I really dig this. I really dig this box sorting setup. When I first started playing the game, that's how you did things. Because you didn't have weights and volumes and stuff like that. So you just had a lot of sort boxes. And it was kind of fun, actually, because you could label them all like this and have some neat looking stuff. Kind of would remind you a little bit more of like Minecraft. And then we have production in this area too. A couple of advanced constructors, actually 4 advanced constructors in here. And back over here we got our main shield. A cool looking glass area around there. Docking bay. Yeah, okay, so I think we're getting out on the... No, we're still on the lower deck of the hangar. So I just looped right back around. A big old circle there. This is... Yeah. There's a lot of stuff here. It's really cool. Very, very nicely detailed. Let's go up to this deck here. Okay, well, that's where we just kind of came out of. So we walked from there. Docking bay. Yep, we've been there. This actually goes up here too, so let's do that. A lot of ways around here. We're still... Okay, so now we're kind of looking at the top side of the hangar. And we got a sick bay here. Oh, look at that place. I think that's a legit repair console. Yep. The repair bay down below in the hangar. And oh, the sick bay is... It's all kind of like dark colors here. A lot of lights. Marble floor. That looks really cool. Like the lines in the walls over here as well. The block work around the area. And of course, we've got all our specialized medical equipment in here. Got to spread out a little bit. It's a little bit more realistic that way. And it looks like we've got kind of a sick room, maybe, or I don't know if this is a crew room, but I guess it could be. Got some bunk beds and you know, all the furnishings in here, wood grain walls and floor. And we walked through. Did we? Yeah, I think so. I didn't see the teleporter before though. Oh, that's cool. Even the animated LCD there. So it automatically is teleporter ready when you walk on it. Oh yeah, that's cool though. Nice animation update there. And ship ammo. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a cool looking like interior bridge area here. Look at this display up here. Oh, that's wild. There's all kinds of stuff going on up in here. That's cool. We got here defense mode. Disabled. Oh, that might be locked by a P menu control. I can't hit the switch on that side. I can on this side. Takeoff mode disabled. Maybe I was just not. Oh, I can. I can too. I just wasn't lined up good. Yeah, that's cool. Even changes the LCD here to turn it green and make it enabled. Yeah, again, just a lot of attention to detail. I can't see where my cursor is. There we go. Oh, once I disabled it, it doesn't want to turn back on. All right. Well, yeah, that's cool. And then with the big globe in here too. Yeah, the author definitely knows some of the different texture tricks and things around. Well, that's cool. That is definitely cool. Blast door coming into here as well. All right, so we're on D. Here, I think I'm pretty sure I already been through production and didn't see this area. Yeah, farming section up here. Looks like we got some grow plots on either side, bridges, food processors, all that fun stuff. Quite a few of them. But 18 grow plots, at least in this area here, and it looks like that is the front. So let's go back to, we're at D. Let's go to E. There's E right. Oh, yeah, E must be here. No, that's the sick bay. Yeah, we just came through here. All right, let's go up one more. And there's double doors off this as well. So this is getting us up to the landing area on the back part of the ship here, coming off from the saucer. Blast door protection there as well. And if we go forward, we should wind up in the saucer, I think. Yeah, right up to the bridge in it too. So yeah, pretty big, expansive bridge on here. A lot of glass, a lot of fanciness. Couches, a bunch more LCDs. GS, LTD. Yeah, flight mode. Space turrets online. Yeah, a lot of these LCDs, of course, are animated. Speaking of P menu options, just see what we got going on in here. Yeah, a whole bunch of different device groups in here. Signals for SV gate, HV gate. Let's turn some things on. Enter sensors. Take off. I flipped a couple manual switches over here with that. But yeah, really, really cool ship. Hold on, I'm gonna go into God mode a minute and just fly around a bit, because I think I'm missing like big chunks of the ship. This is a pretty big ship, and this is the area I was. Okay, so there's actually nothing here. Okay, well, I mean, there's a lot of armor here, but it's not like a lot of interior space here. And then over here, decoy turret inside of a Xeno wrapped item. There's a lot of armor here. There's a lot of armor. This is the whole thing is pretty much, it looks like solid block armor. And then backed with a Xeno. Holy smokes. Decoy generator over here. And thruster. No, decoy turret there. Decoy generator here. Yeah, good luck shooting through the front of this ship. Holy smokes. This might be the most armored out of all the builds we looked at today. It is a vanilla build too, so it is different, playing on a different set of CPU rules and things like that. But yeah, holy smokes! Okay, I get the interior spaces pretty much looked at. There's some generators out in here too, but yeah, that's why I didn't see more ship here. I just figured this thing was gonna be ginormous to walk through. But the way it's set up, it's really set up for a lot of armor plating and stuff like that. I can't even count the number of layers on this saucer area of that kind of thing. Yeah, good luck taking this thing down if you're AI. If you weren't AI, God, how would you do it? If you happen to see the pilot up here, I'd probably aim for that. But other than that, I'm not real sure right at the moment. Have to figure it out. Anyway, let's look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 25, size class 9, 41 forward, 30 strafing, 28 lift, 41 reverse, 29 down. We got 60 fuel tanks, 12 oxygen tanks, a lot of guns. These are, again, vanilla guns. Does have drill turrets in here as well, 2 of them, and 2 multi-turrets. They are separated in vanilla. Yeah, to artilleries and everything like that. And total build time, 28 hours and 29 minutes. It's going to need stuff to build this, but, you know, it's vanilla specs too, so a lot of the materials that we're probably used to seeing in RE2, you're not going to see here, but it's still going to need a good amount of Zecosium and whatnot. But it's not, you know, it's not terribly bad, awful, like, to get this going. CPU-wise, believe it or not, this is like kind of fitting the bill. It's slightly over the 10 million CPU you get with the core setup, which would be 4 advanced cores. I do believe. Oh wow, this is even labeled nice here. It says it's core 0, but I don't believe it. Hold on. I know these are sorted. I got to sort this so I can see it though. Yeah, core. Yeah, it's vanilla. So you got your 4 T4 cores in it to bring it to 10 million CPU. So it's properly done for a vanilla build. 36,000 stock shield on here. Storage wise, nicely labeled there too. So we got now storage in vanilla cannot exceed 320K on a bay. So We got ore production, 320, another ore. Fuel cells, that's also 320. We got some fridges there. Storage, A3 universal, that's a 320. B3, that's another 320. Okay, these are pellets. Those would be smaller. Man, there's a lot of sorting and labeling going on in here. There's a lot of stuff. Ammo storage, yeah. Some of these are going to be some bays. All I got to say is it does have a considerable amount of storage on the ship as well. It looks like we're looking at 4 320k ammo bays on it. And yeah, some other things in here too. Again, some of the language I can't read, but most of it I can. Emergency boxes, yeah, wild. But yeah, again, a very cool, probably particularly devastating vanilla build ship here. I don't know if there's anything in the vanilla game that could possibly even put up a fight to this, AI-wise. So, yeah, very, very cool build here. It looks great, and not to mention, it's a pretty hardcore battleship, or battle frigate, like it says. So, again, very, very cool design here. This is the Nova Prometheus by Cybermech. And that is the last creation today. That was a lot of creations, a lot of big builds. Really, really cool stuff to see. Now, I've got another list of creations I've been meaning to look at from other authors. I'm going to try to do that video this upcoming week. Just an extra video to get caught up on. I think I got like 6 or 8 different builds I wanted to take a look at. But it won't be the normal look at the workshop video. These I generally always get picked usually from the spotlight, or very recent new releases or something that came out during the week. But other than that, you all have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you later.